Hello everyone and Merry Christmas. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be on a little bit of an update on what it looks like on my bottom shelf of my ant shelf. First up is the long inhabitant of the bottom of the ant shelf. It is my Camponotus sabrinas. Now, since the last time that you've seen them, they have had a little bit of a population decline, although they have gotten new majors. They haven't really grown that much. As I said, their population declined, but they are going to be on the up as they have a lot of brood, like a scary amount of larvae. I also moved them out of that nest that you see there into an AC hybrid nest, as you saw in the intro. There you can see all the beautiful, beautiful brood. I'm hoping that they don't eat this batch like they did the last batch. These ants seem to have a really hard time growing, which I find is really upsetting because when they do actually grow, they grow insanely quickly. So right now, they're pretty much just growing at the same rate as any other Camponotus species. As of recording this, they did actually move out of this nest, and they are now nesting inside of the AC hybrid nest I moved them into, and they're way too big for the nest, but it's the only nest that I have that can actually fit this colony. Here's their new outworld. This is the old AC hybrid, or AC outworld, I think it's called. There's their new nest, which, as you can see, it's rather messy, because I had my lens caps up there, and that's their old current nest. They ended up needing them to move into there, but it didn't really exactly work out because they're rather against moving into that AC hybrid nest for a while, but then eventually they moved in. And under this little piece of cloth here, there has the Monomorium minimum colony and the Tetramorium bicarinatum colony. Ever since the Megacephala have slightly died out, I decided to move these two colonies down instead of having the Megacephala down here. As you can see, the Monomorium have more queens than ever. They have about 53 queens. They still have the exact same amount that I started out with this colony. They have an absolutely insane amount of brood, although the colony did have a die out when I had COVID because, well, it's hard to reach the second shelf without climbing, and I was afraid of climbing because I was coughing constantly and could barely breathe. But despite that, they are definitely coming back. The amount of brood that they have is absolutely insane. I've never seen a colony, at least of this size, get this much brood besides from maybe Solenopsis invicta. By the way, I'm sorry about the heater in the background. It is extremely cold outside. And here you can see a Monomorium queen take a little bit of a tumble there. She couldn't exactly climb the massive mountain of dirt they decided to build in the middle of the nest for some reason. The Monomorium are doing so good inside of this Formosquarium. I'm really impressed with it. This nest seems to be doing way better for them than in the Mini Hearth XL that I had them in before, so I'm really happy that I moved them in. And last but not least, here is the Tetramorium bicarinatum. Now, this colony, if you remember the last update, which you probably don't, this colony was doing really well. They were in the hundreds. They had around about, like, 8 queens. They were doing awesome. But then, when I moved them into the Formosquarium, they started doing really bad. Now, the reason why, I do not understand, but I may have a little bit of an idea, because recently I found Fedole workers from my Megacephala inside of their outworld killing workers. So now that I have that fixed, I figured out where they were getting in. I hope this colony can recover. They still have around about 5 queens or so, so it's not really that bad. Even they have elates too. So I'm hoping that they end up recovering. I think they should do pretty well though. They do have brood. They in fact have larvae and some pupae, but I can't really get a shot of the pupae because it was hidden behind the condensation that is inside of the nest. But, I mean, at least they have pupae. I mean, this shows that they're getting better. Oh yeah, I lied to you. I had to record this today. This is the Solenopsis Oreo. I forgot that I moved them over here as well. These guys have been doing extremely good inside of the new setup. I do not know how much brood they have, but their appetite has been showing that they've probably been growing very well. You can see a few majors out, which is the first time I've ever seen majors out for a while. And then you have, well, these guys, the Liamatopum. I don't really have to say anything because I just had an update video, which was just the last update, or the last upload, so just go check that out. And that is it for today's video. Merry Christmas. I don't think I'll be able to get out a Christmas video before Christmas, gets here, but I'll try my hardest. Like it if you liked it, dislike it if you dislike it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If not, then dislike it, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.